All right, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Carrie, and I am joined with my esteemed partner, Diamond Leader Mike Zanardelli. We are in for a treat tonight. There he is. We are in for such a treat that somebody is excited, and they offered you the opportunity to learn more about our Life by Seacret Nutrition. And I feel so fortunate to be been in association and knowing these gentlemen for years and working with these gentlemen for years. So what I get to do is get out of the way and introduce the gentleman who's going to be sharing more and introducing you to Dr. Howard Cohn, the formulator of our Life by Seacret Nutrition. And Mike Zanardelli is somebody who's worked directly with Dr. Cohn for years. I'll let him tell you his story. Has an amazing fitness background. He used to be the spokesman for the number one nutritional fitness and fitness supplements in the world a long time ago. And he's been partnered with Dr. Cohn for gosh, I want to say close to 20 years, if not longer. So I'm going to turn this over to our amazing professional in fitness and health and wellness in that area with sports and fitness with Mike. I'm going to have Mike Zanardelli introduce and bring on and have these questions and answers with Dr. Howard Cohn. So between the two of them, those are the professionals and the experts who will really help you get your questions answered about this nutrition, help you have some vision about what it can do for you if you're in a condition where you need some improvement. And then we also have a few testimonies that we're going to share as well. So you'll get some validation from those of us who are on. So we're excited to share. So Mike Zanardelli, let me have you take it over from here, sir. Thank you so much for taking this time. I know it's crazy 10 o'clock your time, but thank you again for being here. So I'll toss it to you, sir.
Well, it's a 24-hour a day business. Carrie, thank you so much. Just let me know when Dr. Cohn is available for
He's
us.
on. He's on.
Perfect. So, my story really starts a long time ago. I was always inspired by health and fitness and nutrition, and played college football or high school football and broke my ACL. Ended up going into bodybuilding, winning the Mr. USA competition. That kind of led me into other opportunities of being a strength and conditioning coach, moving to California, opening up a huge facility and training a lot of people, a lot of athletes. But I always knew the cornerstone of really true health was nutrition, what we're putting in the body. And when I came across this gentleman that you're all here to see tonight and listen to, was the reason why I started looking at cellular health. A lot of people say, well, if I have no symptoms, I must therefore be healthy. And nothing can be further from the truth. Things take years and years and sometimes decades to show up. And I had a chance to meet this gentleman at a seminar. I was having some health challenges at the time. I went in to see him, and truly, in my very first visit, being there, he turned the lights back on. I don't know how else to explain it. And so, about 12 years ago, when he came to me and said, "Mike, I want to do something special. I want to create a ripple effect around the world to be able to help people that I can't touch from my center here in Southern California." I said, "I'm all in." I didn't know what he was going to say or what concept he was coming up with. I just knew his integrity was going to be on point. And, a lot of times it's the associates in business that we have are going to create the success in that business. And I knew of his integrity. He was the same guy, whether he was in the office or he's out, goofing around doing stuff. I got to know him as a friend. And you know what, being a business partner of his was really, for me, a blessing, kind of a blessing, because I wasn't a doctor. I knew that I could never be in the capacity that way, but I knew I could go out there and market a product that was really making a big difference for people in their lives. Years ago, it was really to help create the alkaline lifestyle. And you know what? We had a very unique opportunity. We were looking to get into a bigger situation. We had a tremendous company for 7 years. We were looking for a jet engine or a company that could take us to a broader spectrum around the world and helping more people. Because when you get a chance to know this gentleman, that's really what's on his heart. If I can make an impact on someone's health and their health can be better off because of what his product or mindset was, it's really where he lives. And so by serendipity, we ended up meeting with a good friend of mine who was the vice president of Seacret, and we put a meeting together with Dr. Howard Cohn and some other people from our corporate office. And literally within a few days, they made the decision that they wanted to acquire us. And it's unique, a unique situation. They were already 14, 15 years old, 16 years old when they acquired us. They had been known for what they did around the world and skincare, but they were looking for nutrition, health from the inside out. And I got to tell you, it's exciting to be here and letting you all know that the products that a lot of you have taken or have experience with or are learning about tonight is now 50% of the sales that are happening within the community of Seacret. And the only reason that happens is if people get a true result. They actually feel different. And a lot of times you look different too. So the gentleman I'm about to bring on to you tonight, folks, is a natural healthcare practitioner. He's the founder of the Cohn Health Institute in Southern California. He's been in practice for over 32 years. I can tell you the majority of those years, it's a waiting list practice. I mean, unbelievable. He's treated over 50,000 patients, trained over 50 doctors, and he's the director of the product development and the Life by Seacret Nutrition here at Seacret. So, Dr. Howard Cohn, we would love to bring you on tonight. Doc, are you there?
I am. I'm assuming you can hear me. Is that correct?
I hear you, but there he is.
There he is. Let me look at this background. Sorry about the messy background. Look at that. Okay. Hitting the ground running today. So good to see all of these faces. See some familiar ones. So hello, and new ones. So welcome. And yeah, excited to be with you tonight. Lots happening with this company. As you know, we are an education business as well as we are a healthcare business. And then we have one of our biggest events, probably the biggest event of the year, happening in Houston this weekend. So it's a lot of buzzing around, a lot of people coming in from all over the place, not just the United States, but overseas. If you're at all inclined to see what's truly possible, I know a lot of you that I see on this Zoom will be in Houston, and maybe some by the end of what we have to talk about today. So exciting time. So what do you want to talk about first, Mike?
Well, I'll tell you what, Doc, we're talking about the secret of health, and I think that you have brought that to all of us, those of us who have had the opportunity of working with you now for 12 years, and certainly with Seacret for the last 4. Let's talk about some of these products, or let's talk about all of them, which we try to go through them pretty quickly. But I know that there were 4 initially that we started with years ago that really just exploded our business. And the first product that we came up with was greens. Now, yes, we have greens in the powder form. We also have greens in the capsule form for traveling. And you can see that, greens, and then if we're in focus or not. It's like, no, it just wants to focus on me. So what's the importance of greens? Why was that the very first product you wanted to create?
Well, I mean, we looked at all the different things that are available, plus what the human body needs the most. And we, less is more. The goal is always to get the smallest amount of intervention that does the biggest bang for the buck, and you're going to feel the most. And that is the most primary health concern. So you might have heard me say it before, but we can live a month without food, a week without water, but we can't live 6 minutes without oxygen. And even though I have 3,500 different products at this clinic of mine here, probably the most important, if I did have to pick one, sorry to pick just one, but I'd pick one, it would be raw green foods that are superfoods like wheatgrass, barley grass, oatgrass, not just the grass itself, but the juices of the grass, prepared raw, organic, free of everything, gluten, dairy, soy, nut, nightshades, everything, which these are. And obviously the most important thing is figuring out a way to make them taste good. So when we launched these back in the day, after 32 versions, we finally got it right and then launched it as it beat everything in the Whole Foods in a blind taste test. So we're excited about that back then. And then wanting to make sure we made it easy and simple for everybody, we also came out with our green caps, and that was the foundation of our Health Made Simple program, the 4 products. So that would be, product 1. And so there's 3 steps, 4 products. The next with our shake. As you know, the world did not need one more shake, but they needed something that was, again, organic, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, nut-free, nightshade-free, tasted great, and that mixed perfectly with the greens. You can kill 2 birds, 1 stone, mix them together, drink it fast, and you get your family through a drive-through, so you get people their time back. Less than your $5 foot long for, per servings at the, or their venti mocha at the Starbucks. So we were able to save people money on their daily food. And in this day and age, and has been demonstrated in different parts of the world when the grid or the lights or the power went out. Prepper food, as it turns out, because you can store these things for a couple of years, actually longer. We can only claim a couple of years, but and still use them and get great nutrition on the fly. Only needs a little water. So that is step one. Step two, actually, we'll jump to step three, which is our boosters. Our boosters are really designed to fill the gap after we get stressed out, we eat crappy foods, we eat acidic foods, our body gets overloaded, and we want to balance out the acid in our body. So rather than like the foods and the stress that turns up our body and like heats it up, this cools it down. So we take these at night before we go to bed, helps us sleep like a baby. They're alkaline, bicarbonate and carbonate minerals that help balance out the acid that's created in our body. So we get up in the morning refreshed and renewed, like whatever the stress of the day was, whether it's my emotional stress, something I ate, or physical stress in my body, that I was feeling great in the morning when I got up because I took my boosters at night before I go to bed. So in the morning, I take my couple scoops of shake with a scoop of greens. At night before bed, I take my boosters. And then while trying to figure out how to make coffee more alkaline, we discovered the power of molecular hydrogen, and then we were the first company in history to actually get it in a tablet. And so it is probably the most powerful antioxidant known to man. If you wanted to do something that would actually make your body function at a higher level, the two biggest things that age us are free radicals, which are peroxynitrate and hydroxyl radicals, which age us and just wreck our body and make us not function the way we were designed. Recovery or molecular hydrogen helps mitigate that. It's a very hard thing to get in the human body and stabilize. We were able to do it thanks to some very smart people and get it in a tablet, easy to take. We have an informed sport certification on it, so athletes can take it. You can test them, look up the batch, look on their website and see it's been clean tested for over 200 banned substances. So professional athletes, collegiate athletes, world athletes can take this product safely. And it does so many things, so many, unfortunately, in this world, we're not allowed to claim, not because they're not true, but because the game is ridiculous. Okay, as we say, don't hate the player, hate the game. And it is a game that's a not even playing field, where it's very tilted heavily in the pharmaceutical world, not because that helps people immensely, but because that's where all the money is. As we say, follow the money. If you want to follow the health, follow the recovery. People say, what does it do? I say, it helps you recover. They say, from what? I say, I don't know, what do you need to recover from? It is an impact product. Most people will feel it the very first time they take it. If you're an athlete, you take it before you work out or do anything, run, swim, jump, whatever it is. And it's something you can measure. Most people PR means they break their own personal records the first time they use it. If you're sore after working out, running, doing anything, when you take this, drops your lactic acid, so you're less sore, so you're more thrilled and more apt to do it. So this is a hero in all kinds of athletics around the world, all the way to people that have very significant health challenges. People take a lot of these, though. It is the #1 most used product, not just in this clinic, out of 3,500 bottles of things. It's the most used product at Seacret, even over every skincare product, with the closest one being the mud soap. So it has so many different uses, and once people take it and they see how good they feel, they never not want to take it. So we recommend what you take, what's on the label, is 2 to 3 at a time, 2 to 3 times a day. So it's something that you can keep in your system and keeps it functioning.
That's awesome. Dr. Cohn, those 4 products are really called the Health Made Simple products, correct? That's
Yes.
what we've been tipped. Now, let me ask you this. I've heard it said by you a lot of times, and many people probably have heard this, but you say that the products actually biostack. So what would biostack mean from a term of these products?
So, disclaimer. Yes, they do. But the more you say in this world, the less you're allowed. So they, how do I say it? So yes, a biostack is a term that helps describe that they're designed to go together so that every time you take the next product, it amplifies the effect of the existing product. So that is what people report when they take these products, and that's how they were designed whether we're allowed to claim it again. I tell you, they keep moving the goalposts. I mean, not the goalposts, but the chains. So it's very hard to keep track of what we can say and not. However, that is their design. So each one amplifies it. It's kind of like, you know, if you think of a band like the Beatles, if you remember them, if you're young, you maybe not even know who they are anymore. But you know, you can have someone who can, like a Paul McCartney, that's still out there doing his solo career. But if you had John Lennon with him, it was even better. And then if you added, you know, George Harrison on guitar, it was even better. And then you got Ringo Starr, was even better. So you kind of, as you layer in the things of the band, the music that's made is even more memorable and dramatic. So it's kind of an analogy, but it kind of fits with what goes on here. These things are really designed to kind of corner all the different challenges that people are having, as well as work on what we call the big four. The big four are the top 4 reasons someone sees a doctor in the functional world, which means that either they have, number 1, they can't sleep well, or they can't get to sleep or stay asleep. Number 2, they have something that hurts on their body that won't go away, some ache or owie, as we say. Number 3, they are tired. They don't have energy anymore, or they get tired in the afternoons. And number 4, they have weight issues, weight challenges, where it's difficult to release the weight, if you will. Those are the top 4 reasons that symptom-wise somebody will go to a doctor. Yet all these products designed, especially the Health Made Simple program, is designed to get your body working. It doesn't treat diseases. We don't treat diseases, we treat people. So it gives your body the food that it needs so it can function the way it was designed.
Fantastic. Now, so if that's the core 4 or the Health Made Simple program, we have some ancillary products that certainly support those. So let's talk about, this is one of my favorite products, the probiotics.
Yeah.
So why is a probiotic, and I think it's a prebiotic as well, why is that so important?
Well, I mean, we are living in their universe, they're not living in ours. Everyone goes, I have like bacteria in my gut. There are more bacteria on our bodies and in our bodies than there is cells in our body. So we have this micro universe in our gut, and everything we eat, everything we do to it, the stresses we put it under, physically, emotionally, environmental stressors, either set up an environment for the bad guys, the neighborhood, to fall apart, as you will, like you see around the country, or it sets up an environment. If you feed it good things and good practices, then you have a better environment. So one that's fun to live in, right? So it's the same thing with probiotics, you know, anti-bad, pro-good, right? So your design is to feed your body with good things. The prebiotics are designed to set an environment that makes the probiotics want to stick, right? If you're a young person, it's kind of like beer and alcohol at the party. If there's none and it runs out, or the keg runs dry, then everyone leaves the party and they look for a new party. So same kind of thing. The prebiotics is like an ever-flowing beer at the party, right? So it's just, or food in the restaurant, if you will. Otherwise, they're not going to stick around and eat. So, but so much of our emotional state of health, so much of our immune system, so much of our digestive state is dependent on the probiotic environment in our gut. And so again, there's so many probiotics out there. The problem is people think they can just eat a yogurt and it's going to do something. It does not, except sell yogurt. But we have many different unique strains in here that are all, it's not like we made them up or bought them off the shelf somewhere, but they're all been studied from the top of your mouth all the way to the bottom of your gut to see that environment. Plus, it's fun to take. They're in little packets. You not have to take one more pill. Probiotics, tear them off, just straight in the mouth. You don't need water. It tastes amazing. Kids love it. Probiotics.
Awesome. Let me line that up with, there's another one of my favorites, because I'm a little gluten sensitive. I'm definitely dairy sensitive. And this product absolutely has been amazing. The Digestex.
There it is. So pretty. Look at that pretty label. So if you think your colon is pretty. So Hopefully your colon's not purple. So Digestex or digestive enzymes. The problem with food is that we cook it. Most people eat cooked foods. There are probably a handful of raw foodists out there that you know. For them, they need less enzymes, but they still get them destroyed and denatured based on things that are done to our food, from all the different farming practices, radiation, other things as well. So you need enzymes. Enzymes are catalysts. They make your body work. If you don't have them, things slow down. One of the things that slows down, more simply to observe, is your intestinal tract. How our body works, it's garbage in, garbage out. If you eat 3 times a day, you should poop 3 times a day. If you don't, you become full of you know what. So enzymes. So these are digestive enzymes. When your sink gets stopped up at home, there's like Drano, liquid plumber. Those are not digestive enzymes, but those are different kinds of enzymes. They dissolve sludge. This is the same thing. Now, if you ate raw foods, there would not be sludge because they would naturally digest itself. Without it, because you've cooked it, it sits there, it slows down. Now you need something to move the sludge. And so what we're doing is just putting back what God and nature had there to begin with before we messed it up. That's Digestex. And so the problem also is when you get a digestive enzyme, they're piecemeal. There's some for like proteins and fats. There's some for soy and beans and vegetables. There are some for all these different things. This has everything in one, shoved in one capsule. So they're for proteins, carbs, fats, fiber, gluten, dairy, soy, all in one. So many of these things need their own specific digestive enzymes, and they are all in this all in one, easy to swallow capsule.
That's great. I never leave the house without those.
Oh no, you're gonna be everyone loves them. Everyone loves them, especially
not a couple of weeks ago. I had several of those.
Yes.
And then you came up with, and I know that most people are kind of focused on certainly what's happened over the last 2 years. You created an amazing Immunex product, and then recently just launched our vitamin D plus K. Maybe you can speak upon those 2 products. There you go.
What's happened over the last 2 years? Nah, I'm just kidding.
Apparently there was
People have lost their minds what's happened. All right, I digress. So Immunex was the first out of the gate. In a perfect world, we would have put this in there, but then it would be a monster capsule. You can't do it. And we wanted to make it more fun to do that. So Immunex. Now, you know what we can claim about Immunex? Nothing, absolutely nothing, because the world has lost its mind. And there's more political stuff surrounding what's going on in people's, let's say, health or more accurately disease care than we care to mention. Here's what you can say about Immunex. It promotes a healthy functioning immune system. That's what it does. So now you have a computer, you're probably on one now, whether it's your phone, it's still a computer, and you can turn around and look at these amazing ingredients. So during these times, these are the things that we would need to use the most to help people get their health back. And so we say, hey, rather than have to give people 3 to 4 or 5 different things, what if we put them all together in one? And that's what we did here with Immunex, which is why people have experiencing amazing things happening with and around their immune system when they take Immunex versus when they don't. I take it every day. In fact, every product I showed you right now, I take it every day. Otherwise, these are different. These are designed to be lifestyle products, things to kind of make sure you're getting the things that you need to have in your diet. So that is really the design of supplementation to begin with. So there are so many things that are affecting your immune system. There are things that are being done to your food, things being dropped in the sky, things in the water. All of these things will take a hit on your immune system. Your stress level goes up, your immune system drops. I mean, stress is beyond belief these days for people. And so this will give you a little insurance for your immune system. And vitamin D also, I mean, you got to be under a rock to not know that you need more vitamin D based on the amount of sun that we no longer get. Vitamin D is supposed to come from the sun. Most people are not getting enough. People wear sunscreens, they're not getting out in the sun. And there are so many different things that are going on in our body that's causing our body to burn up vitamin D faster. So most people's vitamin D comes from lanolin, lamb wool, like lamb fat as well. And not this. These are vegan product. Our vitamin D comes from a lichen plant. It's L-I-C-H-E-N. So it is a vegan product. A little lichen plant soaks up the sun And the vitamin K, which makes sure your calcium goes to your bones and doesn't end up in your arteries, vitamin K2 that is in here as well, comes from chickpeas, where everyone else seems to come from soy. And it's not usually the best place to get things from, so chickpeas is a lot healthier. This is in a chewable tablet, which tastes amazing. Everybody loves this. And it is a mega dose of vitamin D. So just one tablet that is chewable has 5,000 IUs of vitamin D in it. So you only need one for the average person. Yeah.
That's fantastic. And I tell you what, one that has become an absolute favorite of mine. It's an area that I never used to use because of everything that's out there in the marketplace. It's nothing but filled with chemicals and bad stuff for our bodies. But this little baby here has been a game changer when it comes to pre-workout or just waking up in the morning and feeling great. That product rocks. So tell me how you created an energy product that has no sugar, that has 30 calories, and it's organic.
And it's Informed Sport certified too, which no any drinks are. So it tastes great, it's organic. The biggest claim to fame on this, besides those, is that obviously there's caffeine in this one. This one is designed for a whole different market. The people who drink Monster, Rockstar, Red Bull, and those little, 5-hour energy drinks and things like that, as a alternative that A, is organic, B, has natural ingredients, or excuse me, organic ingredients, 100% organic, that are all designed to mitigate things that would give you jitters in the crash that happens after when you do these energy drinks or coffee or things like that. Also, even the caffeine comes from yerba mate, green tea, and green coffee bean. So, which is the lowest acid coffee you can have, so that again, you don't have that acid overload. So there's nothing on the market like this. In a little pack, you tear it off, add your water, shake it, drink it. I do this every day. When this is done, I'm going to go play hockey, and I'm going to have 2 of them. So I like to do before every time with my recovery. Yeah,
so I know that depending on how we take the 4 from the Health Made Simple, whether we add in another shake and another greens. I know there's another product that we have that really helps people deal with, let's say if they're looking to maybe shed some weight,
Right.
because that's a major issue for a lot of people. There's a product you have called Curb that apparently a lot of people like. Now I can't take it because it shuts off my appetite altogether, and that's not good for me, but for a lot it might be. So how does that work? Because I know it's a non-stimulant.
Well, I take it because I have an appetite that just will never shut off. And I love to eat. That is a problem. So selfishly created Curb help curb those cravings for the 2 biggest things that people crave that will ruin themselves from a weight perspective, which is a craving for sugar and a craving for salt. Because when you crave sugar, you're not going to go grab an apple. When you crave sugar, you grab a cookie, candy, cake, things like that. Or ice cream, when you're craving salt, you don't grab celery, which would also work. You grab pretzels, potato chips, popcorn, chips, tortilla chips, all those things, right? So this is designed to help curb those cravings. It also has all these other things in it that does so much more in the weight management area that we can't claim because it is a very controlled arena. Again, don't hate the player, hate the game. Definitely going to curb those cravings. We're going to do so much more. I take it every day before every meal, so I will not be 400 pounds.
That's awesome. Well, I tell you what, we actually have a couple of people that wanted to share their experience with these lifestyle products. Carrie, would you like to bring them on?
Awesome. Gary, you're on.
Sorry, I had to unmute. Okay, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm scratching notes like crazy, and I love this. I've been using this product for well over a decade, and I'm still learning, guys. This is just fantastic. So thank you for joining us. So I have a handful of folks. Let me go ahead and start with John, because I know you're on. At least I saw you were on. If you want to unmute John out in.
Hi.
There you are. Tell us your quick story, please.
Well, I have been all the way to 256 pounds, down to under 200, and back up and then back down. And I finally just got tired of it. And I said, you know what? I don't care what weight I am. And I met you and Dr. Cohn back in 2000 and, well, it was 15 and beginning of 16, I believe. And still wasn't caring, but I thought, I looked at a selfie picture of myself and thought, who's this fat dude? If Dr. Cohn's products will work, I'm going to give them a try. So I did. January 2017, I was 185 pounds. That's not the best thing that I mean, it was great. It's a great product. I love this product. The difference is that he has given us this weight management program and a Health Made Simple program. And I've been able to use that, and I have not gone up over, say, 195-ish, and then back down. I have been able to keep all my weight off since 2017, and that is the primo, all of that. Dr. Cohn, thank you so much for this amazing products. I take them all, and I have so much energy. It's amazing. Thank you so much.
Awesome job, John. Thank you. Thank you. How about out to California, Brenda? Are you with us, Miss Brenda?
Yes, hi, how are you?
Excellent. Thanks for jumping
Hey,
on
good.
and joining.
Hi. Thank you, Dr. Cohn. It's always great to see you and learn from you. I'm taking notes too. There's always something that I just learn. I just wanted to share a quick story. I use all the products too, and I love them. And I feel better now than I have in years. But what started it all for me was the recovery. I am a teacher. I teach PE and I coach, and I'm on my feet all the time and very active. And over time, those joints just start to hurt. They just start wearing down. And I was having a lot of trouble getting through the day. Went to the doctor, went on a bunch of treatments. A friend of mine introduced me to recovery. I gave it a shot, and I started feeling so much better really quickly. And before long, I had weaned off all the other stuff, and I've been using this exclusively now for about 8 years. And I absolutely love it. I know it's cliche to say it's a game changer, but for me, it really has been a game changer because, I'm out doing the things I like to do, and I'm not uncomfortable anymore, and I feel great. I have a lot of energy. I love all the products, but this one's my favorite.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brenda. Always great to see you. Looking great. And let's go out to Nampa, Idaho. Brand new lady just getting started with us. She's got a phenomenal story too on our curve. Danelle, are you with us?
I am.
Awesome. Let's hear from you, sister.
So I'm Danelle, and I actually live in Eagle, Idaho, and I am probably 30 days new. I'm a salon owner and a nail tech, and I discovered that I am an introvert working an extroverted job. So at the end of the day, I'm about peopled out. So I want to get home and I want to decompress. So my go-to has always been, I get home, I pour a drink, I go out to my smoke shack with my lights hanging around there and my little propane heater, and I hide from the world, and I play my online games, drink my drink, and smoke a lot for like 45 minutes. And yes, it's chain smoking. So oddly enough, and I don't know how I feel about this, I'm still struggling, but I've found by taking Herb, I get home and I don't feel the need to sit out in my smoke shack as long. And I don't feel the need to chain smoke. So I thank you, doctor, for creating something that will make my family very, very happy if I can at least reduce how much I drink and smoke. Because I can't guarantee I'm going to quit, but if I'm smoking less, it's better for me overall. So thank you.
That is awesome.
Isn't that great? Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. Go ahead. Back to you guys. Those are the handful. Did you want to share? Do you want me to share what happened to me? Okay, you're muted, Mike. Okay, so just to keep it and wrap it up. Well over a decade ago, Dr. Cohn, well, not well over, 11 years ago, whenever it was, Dr. Cohn reached out and said, hey, you know, try my product. And we've been friends since, I don't know, 1994. And I was a mess. I had been on about 5 meds. I had a surgery that didn't resolve a challenge I had. And I was not a happy camper, very uncomfortable in my body. He said, just try this. Let's see what happens. And I did. And in 90 days, it changed my life. And that's why we're here 11 years later, guys. It was just amazing that I could get the nutrition was filling the gaps I had, and the challenges I had were nutritional gaps. And all the Dr. Roulette, all the meds, all the prescriptions, and the surgery wasn't the answer. And the hope came with this simple, health-made simple program, and he gave me my life back with that nutrition. So Dr. Cohn, I'm forever grateful, you know that, and everybody that we've been able to touch across the globe in the last decade plus has been because you put your brilliance together with your heart into this nutrition and allowed us to have the tools to help our body take care of itself. Thank you very much for doing that.
Oh,
Wow.
thank you.
I remember those days, Carrie, and it really is, that was one of my most impactful stories when I heard, you know, what had happened for you in just a short period of time. So Dr. Cohn, again, we appreciate your time. We know it's been a long day for you. Is there anything you could leave us your last piece of brilliance on on what we can do to make sure that we continue to have this great health? And again, these lifestyle products are something that I've taken for 12 years straight. It's not a Band-Aid. It really is something that your body needs every day. And so if you could just leave with a last parting message on behalf of yourself and the Cohn Health Institute and your brilliance.
Well, first of all, thank you all for being on, and thank you for your time. I mean, the most precious thing in the world next to your health is your time. And if you don't have health, you definitely don't have time. And it is the most important thing in the world. As we say, more people spend more money in their last 2 weeks of life on trying to stay alive when they're ill than they will in their whole life on their health. So it's a pay your now, pay your later proposition. And it's not how long you live, it's really the quality of life you live. And for so many people, they can alter the quality of life that they have for the positive by putting the right things in their body. It's not always easy to do. It's simple to do. Obviously, health made simple, but it's not easy. So for so many people, this product has been a life changer. And people will take a knee in prayer nightly, hoping someone somewhere will share with them something like this. And there's not a face on the Zoom call that's on here because without having somebody share with them something they were doing that made a difference in their life that they thought might make a difference in yours. And as we say, it's not about a dynasty here at this company, it's about a legacy. So it's really what we pay forward that matters. And if you're not paying it forward, I'm asking you to pay it forward because there are too many people that are suffering. There's too much ignorance that's ruling the world, and it's the world is turned upside down, and people don't know what's real and what's not anymore. And if you're wondering if anything real exists, I invite you to come out to hang with us next weekend. I know that Carrie Jo and Oscar and myself, a lot of people on this Zoom, Mike, will all be together with a lot of people. Really having a great time together, living life as it should be lived, learning about looking better, feeling better, traveling around the world again, how to do it, and how to profit in it as well, and how to have a really life the way it was designed. And if that sounds like something that you're into, then this is the right place for you. And again, my bias is when it comes to health, it all starts with health. Without it, you have nothing. So we have something special here. It's not one more supplement company. This is something that's special. And if you use these products, you'll experience that. So I will bid you good night and or good day for those who are watching this on video. And I look forward to being with you all in person real soon. So
thanks so much, Dr. Cohn. Again, we appreciate it. Have a good game of hockey tonight. And, Carrie Jo, again, we appreciate you for setting this up so that we have the ability to have the insight of the creator and the mastermind behind the products that we've all loved and cherished. And for those of you who haven't had a chance to use them, it's time. We're not getting a day younger tomorrow. We all are getting a little older and our body needs more help the older we get. So If you are here tonight or you're watching this recording, again, we appreciate your time to expand your knowledge, expand your horizon on what's possible. And if you have a thought that maybe this is something for you, that you could actually go out there and take it to your community, take it to your loved ones, the people that you know, the people that you like and trust. You might want to come to Houston, because you're going to see something that's way bigger than what we can possibly share with you on a Zoom call. But again, we appreciate you for being here. Dr. Cohn, again, it has been a privilege to work with you, call you my business partner, and thank you so much for tonight.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. See you soon.
Thank you
Big
so much.
virtual hug.
See you in Houston for the big hugs. Thanks,
That's right.
everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.